And now, let's bring up our next comic, shall we? Okay, we will. And now, let's bring up the man who puts the Jew in jiu-jitsu, Mr. Jason Weisenberg. Jason, come on up, please. Here he is. Stop! Boom!
I don't know, that was way too intense, sorry. Back to normal level, I was just doing coke in the back. Has anyone seen that Bowflex commercial where the guy goes on, he's like, you know, I gave all my fat clothes to my fat friends. What does his friend think when he finally sees this commercial? And that commercial messes me up, because now I get nervous when my friends give me gifts. Because I just imagine them looking in the mirror going, I gave all my Star Wars DVDs to my pathetic friends. Screw you. I got the DVDs. But, and has anyone here ever lost a lot of weight? Thank you. Admirable cause, but damn it, it is difficult to maintain. So the only thing more messed up than saying, hey, I gave all my fat clothes to my fat friends, is the day you come out his door asking for them back. Because god damn it, I miss those pants. They just don't make them with the drawstring like that anymore. But I do have friends, as hard as that may seem to some of you at this point. But I do, they exist. But at this point, you know, all my friends, they want to become entrepreneurs and such, and they want to go into business with you. You know, they're like, okay, Jason, here's the deal. You bring the cash, the idea, the connections. Leave the rest to me. I got nothing. The best idea I've had for a business thus far is for a Christian-based Asian restaurant called Jesus Walks. And then even then, I'd only hire chefs trained at my prestigious Le Cordon Bleu cooking school. That's the best I can come up with. I went to college. And people tell you to go back to school. Going back to school is a big thing. Like, everyone's like, go to grad school, get your master's degree. If I did have to go to grad school, I have to say I would choose med school, because I have never met an unemployed doctor. Even Kevorkian was getting work. Let's be honest here. Those who don't know about Kevorkian, he killed people for a living. And he was a doctor. People still saw him anyway. That's how desperate people are, and that's how much doctors are getting paid. Doesn't matter what they do, they're working. Unlike a lot of you. And me. You know who gets work that I don't like? I don't like DJs. I'm not a DJ fan. Like, growing up in my community, like, as a Jew, you go to bar mitzvahs pretty much every weekend, right? The DJ is a man of high revere and esteem in our community. But nowadays, not as much. Like, back then, this guy was a disc jockey. He could find a song, he'd have to flip through his CDs, his records. He had an 8-track for some obscure reason, but he always had it just in case. Now it's just some guy on his computer is managing his iTunes. He's not a disc jockey, he's more like a playlist manager. I've honestly seen more personal creativity and self-expression in a Monkees cover band. That's right. Daydream believers out here. I see you. But yeah, every time like a woman goes home with a DJ, I'm pretty convinced an angel loses its wings. It's official. And then I'm a huge rap music fan. Obviously, you would get that by looking at me and the way I dress. But I am. And one of my favorite rappers is Fat Joe. Interesting fact about this man, he got his nickname because he used to work at his uncle's bakery. I thought it was because he was insanely overweight. The more you know. God bless the internet. And then he started to pick a beef with another, he was in beef with 50 Cent. Which, I mean, who wouldn't be? It's cents, it's plural. You have multiple cents. But 50 Cent's whole rebuttal was like, he goes, man, you go to Zaire, they don't know shit about Fat Joe. I'm pretty sure you go to Zaire, they have bigger issues than learning about Fat Joe. They're not trying to make it rain like the song, they're trying to make it rain like for agriculture. They're trying to build an economy. I mean, I don't think Fat Joe is a really essential part of all that. As much as I love him, I could do without him. It's fine. Listen to 50 Cent. Shit annoys me. But it's like pop music's no better. Remember those Jonas Brothers? Remember those kids? They had this one song that was called Year 3000. It goes, I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but we live underwater. I'm just saying, that's a fairly significant change. I'm just saying, it would need more than just a notation in my song if I was writing about the future. It wouldn't just be a little, oh, and by the way, live underwater now. No worries. Everything else is the same. Still go to Denny's. They got Denny's down there. Baconalia all the time. I'm single. I'm not gonna lie to you. Actually, I would lie to some of you ladies, honestly. You're pretty good looking. But I'm single, and it's tough because I tried dating a Jewish girl recently, and it's a demanding, I already have a job. I don't need another job, It's like, I don't have that much time, but it's difficult because they want a man that could bring home the bacon and then not eat any of it because it's not kosher. And I love bacon. It's amazing. I can't have... Imagine sitting in a home with just tons of bacon and not being allowed to eat it. That's just torture. And then it's difficult because, a lot of, marriage and sex and dating, and it's, a lot of Christian people, well, why buy the cow and I can get the milk for free, It's like, well, the Jewish girl, it works really differently than that. It's like, you were getting such an amazing deal on this cow. The only deal is we don't always have access to the milk. But this, once in a lifetime price, sir. You'll love it. This guy is loving it. He's definitely had some cows in his day. Cool. So I'm a huge sports buff. Not buff myself, but I like sports a lot. I love fantasy sports because obviously it's better than actually getting off your ass and doing something. And fantasy sports is funny because the Jews, right? We're supposed to be the chosen people of God, and like my fantasy team, they're supposed to be the chosen people of fantasy football. But we have a lot in common. Just because we're chosen doesn't mean that anybody cares. Cool. My name's Jason Weisberg. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Jason, you're my chosen, always. Okay?